Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Infraspace. You can see that one of our new sections of the city is really crying out for some items. At the end of the last episode, we added in a new computer production area. Oops, trying to get used to how this rotates again to hopefully solve some of these issues. Now, it's not just computers. So this one here, you can click it, actually wants VR edutainment. And they're on their way, but they're going to come from across the map, which is fine. They just have to wait. I don't know why these are complaining. Well, because our traffic is completely backed up. Whoops. So what have we got going on here? With our computers merging in here now, we've got a lot of traffic using this road. So, let's just downgrade this section before to 2 lanes. So you have to merge here. And then that means here everyone gets their own lane. This guy is a bit different, but it's not used anymore. Because we are now piping all of our oxygen and all of our water. So that will hopefully help there a little bit. We've still got a lot of stuff coming in. We're not sending our trucks down here though and bringing them in here. Because it's not something we want to do. We don't want to go this way. We definitely want everything coming in at the highway end and going this way through the city. And the same at this end, coming in here and going this way down through the city. We do have a lot backed up over here. What are these things backed up over here? Computers. Why are you all slowing down there? There's no reason for you to slow down there. Or here for that matter. Was it just some of you being silly buggers? I think it's just some of them being silly buggers. Like they... yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. There's not much we can do about it. However, we don't actually... looking at this here, we don't need this exit coming onto here, because anything coming out of the station has another exit on this side. We might, however, need it for our pedestrian traffic. So let's lay another road down here like this. Gonna upgrade. Let's get rid of that section. We're gonna go like that. And then let's get rid of that. And we'll go from there to there. Bend this, bring it around so it's kind of straight. Bend this, bring it around so it's kind of straight. Let's stretch that out a bit. Okay, so that should help here a little bit. This middle lane, you merge to the left, please. And then over here, that's good. Over here, that's good. That should help it a bit. Doesn't help our traffic getting blocked back here. Is that traffic? Wow, okay. That needs to be traffic lights. Everything coming in gonna have a longer phase. I'm okay with that phase being short. And this phase being relatively short because everything can still keep turning left if it wants to. but there's only one lane go through straight. I don't actually think we want one lane going through straight. I think we need 2 lanes going through straight. Okay, so you're okay for phase 0. Phase 1, we'll have to turn you off. Phase 2, we'll have to turn you off. There we go. That would do the job. And hopefully, let us get a whole bunch more cars through this intersection. Oops. Into all of these places that want computers. Still a lot of places want computers. Your washing machines are... they're somewhere. I don't know where. I promise they're somewhere. Oh, okay. So that will sort itself out. Over here, we mix with this junction. This is all sorted out. This is managing. Wow, super busy roads. Blocked all the way back to the... all the way back. Wow. Wow, I get a lot of cars through. They're stopped there for an awfully long time. Unfortunately, I can't see a way how we could avoid a junction there. Okay, why are you still going? There's nothing happening. So we're just gonna make your phase even shorter. Yeah, skip to next phase when roads are empty. Don't know why it wasn't doing that in phase 1. Maybe just because there's so much traffic on the road, it didn't know what to do. Yeah, see, there's nothing there, and it's still not triggering the change. Wow, phase 2, like, didn't even let all the guys go through. Oh well, rip them. Oops. Yeah, there has to be a better way to do this. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. Because there's not really a way. So we'd need to split this into 2 directions. And then have all of this traffic either go right or straight. You know what? We're gonna try it after we do what the top corner is telling us and select some research. Okay, it's got things coming. Where are there good food? They should be coming somewhere. And all of this over here looks fine. If we just look at our research, like our production overview, everything except for motors and neural processors, which always complain, everything looks okay. So that's why we're going to ignore that. We are going to look at our research. At the end of the last episode, we unlocked red science. Now I don't know what any of these are. What do we need iridium propellant for? What? That'll be more power, so maybe we'll do it first. Then we'll do rail. I don't know what these do, but let's tick them last. And then how do we make red science? So 3 of something that I don't know. 8 stars and 2... Wait, 2 yellow science to make a red science. Wow. So we've got... So we make 1 yellow science every 120 seconds. And with 6 research centers, that means we're making 6 every 120 seconds. And this needs... 2 every 160, which is 1 and a bit every 120. So we can only afford 3 red science with our 6 yellow science here. I think we're going to need to make like a whole new red science production line. Maybe that's what we'll put in this space here. Goodness, I didn't realize that. What are those other things? What is this AI control unit? What is that? AI control unit. We must have just unlocked those as well. What are those spinny things used for? From the iridium propellant, I'm guessing. Nothing there. Anything in any of these? Oh, you're just a better nuclear reactor, sure. Okay, you're just some drill. I wonder if you use resources. I don't even know what they're used for. Okay, well, let's get rid of that, and we're gonna come back to that. That's gonna be a whole different kettle of fish. What were we gonna do? We were going to deal with this intersection here and all of this traffic. So the first thing we're going to do is pause and delete those bits of road and move that back a bit. It actually needs to stick out. So we're going to get a 2-lane road, go straight through. But looks nicer if we have 3 gaps. Okay, so that's our road going through. And then we're going to have 2 lanes come underneath here. So move you to there. And this here is going to split 2, 2. You smooth out on this side, straight. So that's everything coming out here, but we need stuff going back, which is where we're gonna need a 3-lane. Let's start it there. And we'll do that. Smooth you, make you straight. Okay, and none of this is what we want. You go there, you go to there, you go to there, you go to there, and you go to there. Now can we move it out a little bit? Can. Smooth, straight. Okay, I think that's just gonna be as good as we get. Sure, let's just delete them, just so that we can stretch this out a little bit. Maybe we can move that out as well, and that out as well. We make you straight, we kink you a bit more that way. We kink you a bit less. And now you can stretch to there. Okay, so that gives us a way for these cars to not interfere. But we need to manage this other road now. Now I've got that as... What if we bring that out even more? So if we say that's 2 lanes going into there. And then 1 lane coming out. And this side, well, that's as much as we can do in there. Okay. Probably need this to stay as 3. Oops. 3 all the way down. And then here, we just want a 1-laner. It's on the wrong side though. Don't want them crossing here, that's the thing. And what's going on with that texture there? So they're not allowed to turn. Okay, no, that will work. We just need to make this side 2-lane. Like so. So now that's all free flowing. These will have to give away here. So we can do that. And then at this end, I think we just need the opposite of what we did up there. So let's move you out 1. Move this out 1. And this. How much gap did we have there? 1, 2, 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3 tiles. So you go to there, you come to there, and you go to there. Here, smooth you straight, smooth you straight. This one's okay. And then let's order all these lanes. You go to there, you go there. These all go around to the right. Okay, so we've taken the through traffic and made it go over here. That junction, we want to smooth it out. Yeah, we've taken the through traffic and made it go over. Anything wanting to go in will go these other 2 lanes. Free flow in. This is all free flowing out now. This has nothing. Okay, so let's go. There'll probably be some weirdness as everything works out the new traffic rules around here. But it should go much better than it was. Well, I guess we'll have to wait for the next... Here we go, we've just had a new train arrive. So they're all coming down here. They're doing their silly change lanes. But it's not, like it's not queuing and backing up. Which was the issue that we were seeing before. So So that whole train got through there without a problem. This is so short on methane. Well, it uses 15 per thing. I didn't even realize that's how much it used. Do we have methane for it? Where is its methane? It has to be somewhere. Is there a... Okay, well now we know how it operates. I don't necessarily think this was the smartest place for it. I know they're all downgrading because they're not getting their computers. What are you talking about? Oh, I clicked on the neighbor. Oh, that's their robots, not their computers. But our robot production is fine. It's fairly tight though. Can we... They want... Everything is complaining that we're not getting enough. We're not making enough of it. Can we sneak another robot production in here? Possibly not, because we're already a bit low. Do we have recycling centers through here? No, we don't. We've got one. We do need a second one. I'm just gonna put it here. And put a tiny little road on it. Nope, it doesn't even like that bit of road. We'll give it that bit of road. No one can get in or out, but somehow they can use it to do their recycling. That should just help out up here a little bit. Is that somewhere we can put one? It is. Let's put one there too. Well, nothing over here has recycling either. Oops, so this is recycling. Okay, so they'll be fine. That's all got recycling. That's all got recycling. This doesn't. But I think it's just washing machines, so it's not too bad. It still would be nice to have it. Okay, so they've got all recycling now. The important things there have recycling. They've got recycling. This is all using recycling. Mostly. It'll be fine. They don't have recycling. Let's give them some. This is fine. This science doesn't, so we'll give it some recycling in there too. Can we fit it in there somewhere? There we go. We can do that. Now this is our first lot of washing machine production. So we can fit some recycling centers in there. Maybe. Can we get another one over here? Doesn't look like it. It'll have to do. That's covering all the important things for recycling. That's all got recycling. That's just our raw materials. That's got the important things having recycling. Okay, so everything that like would be helpful to have recycling, we've definitely got it on there. But we are short of on home robots. It says we have enough, but we really don't. So let's come over here. Let's move these power poles just into those gaps. Just so we can save our space a little bit. And we need more home robots. Now, our robot production was way over here. Know exactly how it works. I'm not 100% sure from memory, but let's take one row. We could probably work it backwards. Maybe we'll just start again. Oh, look at that. It's got something sitting up in the air. Does that mean that we've done something on here? That's what we're currently doing, right? Yeah. And there's no methane nearby for us to send up there. Like silly buggers. Whoops. We could probably pipe it from here up to there. Let's do that after we get our robots resolved. So robots, are they gonna come out at this end? No question about it. And then we want our normal two-way road. We're gonna put that down here like this. And then start building from this. So the last thing in the line is home robots. You need 2 electronics, 2 aluminum, 1 motor for 60 seconds. So electronics is easy. Because we know electronics, 32 seconds, you're done. In terms of motors, 1 motor every 24 seconds. You are done. So they'll start getting resources from across the map somewhere, I assume. Not yet, but... oh, because we're not connected at this end. Let's connect this end. There we go. Now they'll start getting resources. This guy, resources coming. This guy... 4 motors coming. I don't know from where. I don't know where it's getting all those electronics from either. Okay, but then we need 1 neural processor every 60 seconds. And we produce 1 neural processor every 90 seconds. Which means we actually need 2 of these. Now each of these we'll need 1 nanotube factory each. And microchips. 1 every 60 seconds. So each of these will need 2 microchip factories. And our microchips, this uses 2 microchips every 60 seconds. So we'll need 1 of these per 1 of these. I'll just get you into the middle there. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff for 1 robot factory, and it feels like something very different to what I had over here. So this had each row. We had a steel factory as well nearby. But 5 of those. Maybe all that can do 2 robot factories. Because our electronics will be fine. Our motors can do double. We need 1 neural processor every 60 seconds. And we're now producing 1 every 45 seconds. Yeah, so I don't think that's enough. We do need to get steel in there. And we do need to get recycling down there. And we need to organize these a bit better. So let's do that first. Let's move you to there. You to there. One more. And move these like this. Let's put that little bit of road back in there. Okay, so that's like that. Now if we can get one of those in there. Where's... It'd be nice if you could see the bonus radius here. Okay, let's move those down here. Can those 2 roads. You back through there. And then these guys will shove at the end here. And then we still need some steel. And these, some of these things need water. So let's get our piping. Our water pipe. Let's run it down that road. We'll run it out here to the highway. Across to there. And over here to our water pipe area. And just to make sure, let's put a water tank in here. So look at our pipes. Okay, that looks fine. So this should be golden now. Let's check our power. Definitely covered in power. I think we actually do just want you as normal road. And the reason I want you as normal road is to put this on there. Because that will be super helpful. Now we still need our steel and our carbon. So this is 5 carbon every 50 seconds. And we can produce 1 every 8 seconds. So one of these is sufficient for one of these. In terms of our steel factory, 1 carbon every 16 seconds. Okay, so we'll be fine. If we do that, and then we have 2 of those. So that will leave us with 2 and a bit left every 50 seconds. So we will need a 3rd one of those. Okay, so I think that is a full production line for our what do you call it? Robots. Let's district this up. So our district will go along here. We'll make it a bit wider as well. And you keep your electronics, you keep your motors, you keep your nanotubes, you keep your neural processors. You keep your... We've already done electronics. Electronics, motors, neural processors, microchips. Anything else it needs in there to keep? It doesn't look like it. I don't think so. Okay, let's get another recycling center. So they're covered, just a couple here. So in the next row, we get a recycling center somewhere in the middle. Then we'll be golden. So 100% efficiency. Why are you not boosted by neighbor buildings? Are they too far away? Much better. Boosted by neighbor buildings. I mean, it's not great that these are so far away now from things that can use them, but it's more helpful that these guys are getting the boost than something else. Okay. We started making robots yet? Not quite. We're short on neural processors. Where are all our neural processors? Send in neural processors. Stat. Yeah. Let's bring this road up here like so. I mean, this we really could make one way, because everything comes in at this end, goes out at the left end. I just don't really want to. We are gonna mirror this as best we can though. A home robot factory. Because we'll get some bonuses from being back to back. Now, the recycling center, let's put it in first. So let's put the recycling center. It doesn't really fit anywhere. But the place where it will overlap least is maybe there. Oops, okay, here. We went there, there, and there, and across the road. Now our nanotube factories went there and there. Our neural processor factories went there and there. And then our microchip factories went like this. The carbon processors went like so. And then at this end, we've got to add our steel in. Steel mill. Bam. Now districts. Yeah, sure. We'll do it like that. Expand you out there. Do we want a third row of this? We do need our water pipe though. Get out of district view. Why won't you let me put water pipe down? Hello? Interesting. I would like it to go to there, please. Okay, let's just cancel all the way out of it again. Can we put it in this way? I can. Is it connected? I don't actually know. Why won't you hook in there? Why won't you hook in there? If we look at this now, it's saying that it's connected, but it certainly doesn't look like it from anywhere around there. And these buildings are still complaining about water. So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see if they stop complaining about water anytime soon. Or maybe we can add like a... Look, that just deleted this section of pipe. What? I think something's gone very, very wrong with it. Well, let's just leave it and see what happens. What we did though was got our robots up to 141. Oh look, our good meals. We're not producing enough good meals. This is our good meal factory over here. Why are you unhappy? Where are you getting it even delivered from? Oh, you're not in the district. That'll explain why you're having some problems. Sorry, bud. Now, can we fit another one of these sections up here? Get out of district view. This is 26 long. 26 is to there. So possibly. Or at least on this side we can. Let's get our district view again. Let's expand this to cover this whole part. And now, out of district view. Stop looking at that vegetable farm. We want good food. Where's good food? It's in one of these menus somewhere. This guy. I think we've got to start at the other end. Okay. Meal factory. Meat factory. 2 of those guys. And then 1 of you. 2 meat factories. I don't think we need another simple farm. Where's our basic food? Oxygen. What does basic food look like? Well, plate and bowl. It's fine. But this guy, vegetables, way down. Maybe we just need another vegetable row. We'll add in the fertilizer and vegetable row. After we get these some power. So you're over there. Let's put power there. And you can come down. That road there, like that. Out of that view. So in here, we're just going to add vegetables and the fertilizer. Like so. Is that enough? No, so we're still going to be a little bit short. We can add some more up here. Let's make sure that's all districted okay. It is. Nice. Now it gets sulfur from importing. Okay, so that should help. Once it gets going, our good food just... okay. Let's come back over here and... So these are happy now. Don't know why I can't delete that bit of pipe. Like I can delete that part and that part, but none of these parts up here. All of this. It's really weird. Oh look, it has methane. No it doesn't. I just happened to catch it at a moment when it wasn't showing me the error. We are going to pipe methane up there though. That is exactly what we're going to do right now. From this methane location right here. Give me a road. Give me a methane drill. Methane fermentation. Ooh. So that uses those food scrap dealies. Now in here, this produces a lot of those food scrap dealies. So, if we could somehow get those food scrap dealies out of here. Why are you guys slowing down there? Because we're busy again. How are we going over this side? Man, look how awesome this is. It's just moving. Maybe we gotta do the same in here. It's not so bad though, because they're not as influxy. Yeah, if we get the organic material out of in here, up there, then we can turn it into methane. Okay, so we know what we're gonna do now. This here upgraded to 2 lanes each way, and you go into both. You do that, that's fine. And then from here, now this methane is only going to go to there. So I actually think this section we can make 1 lane. and force them to merge there. That side gives way. And here, this side gives way. Oh, there's only one way to go anyway. Okay, now from there, we'll come out to there. Now, we want to go under the railway line, come back over here, and that, oops, this part here will probably have to go up, over the railway line, and then drop back down. It's kinda... Okay, that looks a bit nicer. Okay, smooth you out. Smooth you out. Smooth this corner out. And smooth this corner out. Oops. There we go. So that gives us a way to get up here. And then once we're up here, let's put that there like that. That's going to stay a kink so that it doesn't do the silly thing that it does. Now all of these are going to be one-way roads. And the fermentation plant to organic waste every 5 seconds. Okay, here comes the cavalry, sending out all of their organic waste. Okay, so that's got a lot of the organic waste in here gone. I think I'm gonna have to stop just because this coughing that just came out of nowhere. Okay, yeah, a whole bunch came up here and is now going back. But I think that's going to be enough of it. Because looking at our production overview, it said we wanted 96. We're only producing 89, it wants 96. So let's take a single lane road from the end here. Over to here. And then we need to get it into our production facility. Let's go over here like so. That will bring this back a little bit. So that from there we can go up, across, down into there. You all keep your own lanes, and this side gives way. What is that? Okay, that'll have to do the job. Smooth, smooth. So that should send methane over to there. once these trucks filter their way in, just make sure that they are actually sending some methane out. Because they're definitely full. But here we go. They've just woken up. Is it all coming from here? Not necessarily. But some is. We might add in a second row of these as well. Even though we're not producing enough, it will help the, what do you call it, like the throughput as these ones fill up. Okay, I'm gonna need to stop because I can't stop coughing. Hopefully that will help here. Are we not producing enough sulfur now? The sulfur just can't get here. Probably on a train somewhere. Do we have any sulfur production on this side of the map? Not yet. It looks like the next spot we're going over there. You give way there, please. I don't know why this is so busy all of a sudden. Unless it's just the number of trucks that have to go through there. Or all of the trucks coming out of this side that make it busier now. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just help it out a bit. So anything going straight through doesn't have to worry about merging. It's only the things that are turning that have to give way. And here, you give way there. Here, they give way like that. Okay, so that should be good now. That should help it move a little bit more freely. Still complaining about sulfur. It's somewhere, buddy. It is somewhere. We've got so many little cars and things driving around that can hardly keep up. Your good meals? Oh, we clicked the wrong building. They're on their way. They're somewhere. We're at least making enough of them now. Just. We might need to look at that next episode as well. But our new computer production, sorry, our new robot production, doing pretty good. Oh, that's why you're not getting anything. And why this one has so many, you're empty. 132, wow. Well, I didn't have storage. They must have all been sending it here. Yeah, this is like Oh, I didn't put another motor factory in, probably because we didn't actually need one. Because, yeah, one of them has got this guy fully covered, and this one is covered from somewhere. Nice. Do these just need schools now? They do just need schools. Let's let the last thing we do today be the addition of schools. Okay, so where can we put some schools in here? So we could put a school. So we're gonna have to line up with houses. There. Over there. This guy, definitely gone. Let's take out that guy. Let's see how that goes. We're looking at this house here in particular. Does this house get school? It does. Okay, so there. How did we do this here? We had one at each end. So I think we're going to need to add a school, maybe here? Where's the park? Park is on that street. Okay. So let's put a school here. And then here. Well, that doesn't cover those two houses. Okay, well, let's move these buildings. So that's a totally legitimate thing. Put a school there. Now, we can put a school here. Let's make sure we've got the spot right. Yep. So those two houses. And then can we get the rest with one more school? So you're unhappy and you're unhappy. Everything down that end was happy. So we're definitely going to need two schools here. Where is the park entrance? So let's go one here. And then one right down the end of the street. Come back onto the highway. So then now everything in there has schools. So it will all... But you're not even getting your robots. You didn't even want schools yet. But this half, look at this half. They all upgraded almost immediately. There's a couple of ones in... Oh, that's just a small tier 6. Can't even see it, it's so tiny compared to everything else. It's got the 6 on the roof. What's our capacity now? 9,400 is our capacity. We've got 9,200 people living here. This corner of the city just seems to miss out for some reason. I don't know why. But like that guy, he's covered. This guy, he's covered. Edutainment being delivered. I don't know. I don't know. But this is where we started looking and there were lots of problems. Now all the problems are in the background. No sulfur over here. This is going okay though. This is always complaining about methane. How much methane does it want? 30 every 20 seconds. 15 every 20 seconds. And each of these could produce 4 every 20 seconds. So we need 4 of these. If we could keep them completely filled up. C is the district tool I just learnt. If we could keep these completely filled up with plant waste, but we only produce 1 organic waste every 30 seconds. So we'd need to get 2 every 5 seconds. Let's call that 6 every 30 seconds times 2 would be, we'd need 12 of these to keep 1 of these operational. That's a lot. No wonder they're complaining about not getting enough stuff. Oh, well, this is doing a bit better though. What are we up to now? 52 of 150. It's getting there. It is getting there. Pumping methane maybe would have been faster. What do they produce? 1 every 10 seconds. 1 every 10 seconds. So that's 2 every 20 seconds. So we would have needed 8 of them on here. Stop complaining about food. It's somewhere. I don't know where. On a truck somewhere. From over here maybe? I don't know. I mean, at least this is working. Let's just... Do these have schools? They do have schools. These level 6. They are level 6. Wow. I didn't even realize that. Some of these ones at the back here aren't. There's no school. Which ones is it? Those 2 that we have to take out. Put in a school. There we go. School. So these will upgrade soon enough. Give us a couple more population. Because we've got still loads of people wanting to move in, right? Not really. Required habitat 5.9. Wow. They're not moving in unless it's as good as it can get. That's a bit rough. Okay. So next time when we come in, we're going to need to look at how to make red science. So that we can build up some research. We've got plenty of these other ones there. We need some red science. Work out how to do that. But thank you everyone for stopping by today. I do hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you have, do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It does help out a lot. Otherwise, I'll catch you all next time. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.